and welcome to Espresso with Saul. Well, it seems like I always have firearms getting fixed lately. I don't know why. This is one of the latest ones to come back. This is my Fusion Custom 2011 in caliber 10mm. It's a double stack 10mm with a 6-inch barrel. Now, why did I have to send it into the gunsmith? Well, I went out and picked up some new magazines a few months ago. Here in Oregon, apparently we needed to pick up magazines a few months ago, so I immediately went out there and got them. And then when I went out to try this, I was actually going to do a video on it. I don't know if it was the magazines or the pistol, or I didn't at the time. I thought maybe all my magazines were trash, but it turned out that the feeding ramp was scored a little bit and we were getting some stovepiping. Also, I think I needed to change springs out on this also. That is one of the problems with having a custom firearm, especially a 2011. They always seem to need a little bit of tweaking, and you know, I'm not going to make any adjustments to this at all. If I can get this thing to run, I'm going to leave it as is, and I'm not going to mess with it. I am not the guy who likes to sit around tuning his firearms every other weekend. I just want them to work. So today we're going to take this out, see if it works, and while we're at it, we're going to test out some of the magazines. These, I'm not even going to test these right now. Something's bugging me about those magazines, and I might actually have to replace a spring or something. This one I know works, but I have these four. I really want to see if they're going to work, and if they do, great. We may even have time to play with my other 10mm. This is my Colt Custom. Well, I'm sorry, this is not a Colt Custom. This is a Delta Elite. It has, however, been customized with the polished stainless finish and the gold accents on it. This is one of my most beautiful firearms that I own. I just love this gun. Like I've said before, yes, I can get caught up in shiny firearms. Problem with having something like that, though, is I'm not necessarily going to take that out in the field as my black bear firearm, whereas that's what the goal is for this one. I'm also not going to cut that one and have optics put on it. Nope, I'm going to leave it just exactly the way it is. All right, let's stop. Let's move on over here to the Hill of Fun and see if I can hit anything with it and see if it works. Okay, I've got a 21 round magazine, I've got an 18 round magazine, and I've got two 15s. Should be able to have plenty of fun with that. Let's see how we do. Stovepipe right off the bat. You know, I was told to pick up staccato magazines for this. Let's hope it's just this magazine. Let's also hope I can get through this magazine. Apparently not. Okay. We're done with this magazine. Let's try the next one. Well, a 21 rounder is a no-go. How's the 18 do? Apparently I missed count. Or I underloaded it. Okay. See how this one does. I think this is a 15 here. Huh, interesting. We have a stove, well, not a total stovepipe, but it's in there crooked. All right, so the 18 seems to work, but I don't know about this one here. That's annoying, very annoying. And it's not in there all the way, not seating. Okay, one magazine works. I'll give this one a little bit more leeway, but not 100% sold on it. All right, well, we made it through the rest of that magazine. Not 100% sold. One more to go. See how she does. I don't want to shoot that tree. I'm afraid I'm going to break the springs on it with this thing. I mean, I want to shoot it, but I'm a little worried about it. I don't like that angle. Looks like that'll do it. Okay. Two of these three magazines function just fine. One, I don't know, not really sure. So far, looks like I can trust this 18 rounder. I may have to get a few more of these particular ones. Not bad though. I do enjoy shooting this pistol. I will tell you, this has such a light trigger. You really, 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 really need to fire it a lot, because you line this thing up and you put it on target and then you take up the slack. There really isn't much more beyond that slack and it's going off. So it should surprise you every darn time it goes off. Fun pistol to shoot. Okay, when I shoot this pistol, I need to dress accordingly. This is my Colt Delta Elite in 10mm. Has polished stainless steel with gold-plated accents. And she does not sit in the safe and never get shot. No, I do shoot this pistol. Not nearly enough, especially now that I have the double stack. But let's take this out and see how well it performs, shall we? Here we go. Oh, before we do, maybe, just maybe, I should change out of my sunglasses and into my reading glasses, not to mention the Hearing Pro. Okay, now that I've got my hearing protection on and my reading glasses as opposed to my super cool sunglasses, let's see how she runs. There we go. Ha-ha! Look at that. We made it through both magazines. I wish I'd brought more, but hey, you know what? That's fun to shoot, isn't it? Okay, that was my 10mm video. I got to test out the magazines for my double stack Fusion. I got to shoot my Delta Elite. That's fantastic. The only thing I probably should have done was brought more ammo. Apparently, I brought a partial box again. Next time, I just need to double the amount of ammo I'm bringing to make these videos just a little bit longer. But I hope you enjoyed. I hope you hit that like button. I hope you subscribe. And join us next time on Espresso with Saul. See you soon.